Okay, welcome to our peer review for CAAP Task 3. I'll start by saying thank you for your peer reviews. They were very positive for mine. I went ahead and fixed the minor things like, no, we don't have 317 members in PTO. So I reworded that a little. It would be great if we did, but not paying members anyway.
I was very impressed.
Yeah, and some of the little minor things. I learned some things doing the CAAP 3, and like the fact that and it was in the paper, that our vision and mission statement is not on our school website. It is on every school website in our county except for my school. So I will be talking with, I think our AP is taking care of the website this time. And it needs to be there just in plain view for people who maybe couldn't figure it out from the embedded information. So I didn't really have any questions about the reviews that both of you sent for mine. They were pretty straightforward. And I can put in some student achievement data. Graham, you had mentioned that, just to have some comparison data. Mm-hmm. And definitely can put that in. So I'll take care of this week. And I think from what you've given me and the feedback from my clinical coach on the task 2, that I'll be able to get it put together and submitted next week to task stream, which is, the goal.
Yeah. Well, you got anything else with yours?
That was it.
All right. I'll go ahead. You had several typos that you caught. I appreciate that. I've been typing too fast this week, I think. A lot more errors than I usually do, hopefully. But I've gone back and fixed all those. And the main thing, don't know how I missed one of the most important parts, was the recommendations. So thanks for pointing that out.
I read yours twice and missed that part.
I don't know how I missed that in the rubric, but I did. So thanks for calling me out on that. I went back and have added that table, so I'm gonna, hopefully mine is ready to submit here. But other than that blaring issue, I got all my typos fixed. I just went in and added recommendations for each of the sections in the rubric. So,
because I think it was in your first section, there was like a recommendation made, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. He's going to put them in each section. And then when they weren't in the other ones, I was like, what did he do? And I looked at your prompt and you didn't have it on there. I was like, oh my goodness, you skipped that whole part.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why we're here.
That's right. I was kind of like you though. It was kind of interesting, on our website, our mission statement and vision statement are one statement. So, and I've never really even paid attention to it. And if you look in our continuous improvement plan, they're separate. So it's not consistent. And then in the one in our improvement plan isn't really a mission statement.
Right.
It says mission statement, but it's more of a motto, in my opinion. So that was kind of interesting to look at with this task 3, I thought. But overall, it was interesting, and it was kind of a good wake-up call for me, I guess, to look back at some of our data. I've got a group this year that is just, I'm struggling with this group of kids that I've got this year more than I have ever before. So it was kind of nice to look back at our growth index over the past 5 years and kind of a reminder. Keep on going, I guess.
That's right.
So I appreciated it, but that's all I had for mine.
All right. Most of your all stuff with mine were well, I don't want to say minor, but just wording of sentences and stuff. I'll go back and change those. Highlight my titles to the graphs or the charts and stuff. I'm like y'all. We have a school mission statement. We don't have a vision statement. It's the primary reason my principal don't believe in vision statements. To answer your one question, Kim, about what was it? Hold on, let me look again. Oh, about how do you combat the negative feelings of the teachers? Mm-hmm. Well, if we got rid of the principal, the negative feelings would probably go away.
I don't know. You can always get worse.
Well, yeah, that is true. But I mean, when you sit there in meetings and he's calling you guys, calling us a bunch of losers and stuff like that, how are you supposed to pick up morale when you get called a loser?
That's exactly right. You can't.
So, making progress? No, we're not making any progress on that.
That's crazy. I don't know, with the size of you're in Cumberland County?
Yep.
So that's pretty big. Not a place where you would just show up at the central office to complain.
Right.
Oh, no, trust me. There are complaints down at the central office about him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's not, I don't know. He has information on people. I don't know.
Yeah. I wonder how, I'm in Asheboro City, so we're small, very small district.
Mm-hmm.
We've only got one high school, so it's probably annoying to our central office, actually, because people probably feel like they can just walk up in there and complain all the time here, but it'd be interesting to see how a superintendent in a large district like yours versus a small district like mine, how they handle complaints like that from teachers.
Well, right now we have an intern. We have an intern superintendent.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're looking for a new one. So, and then the other one, Kim, about the school making a C, what made it a C, that was addressed in task 2, I believe. It was the biology department, because we had 3 brand spanking new biology teachers last year with no support whatsoever from the science department that made our growth go down. And he got rid of all of them, so we got 3 brand new spanking new biology teachers again. So we'll see.
Yeah, I know the high school that my school actually feeds into, because we're K-8, it seems as though the math department there and the science department, at least every 2 years, almost completely changes over.
Yeah.
And we're an hour out of Wilmington, so we get a lot of brand new teachers who just need to get that first job. So they'll take a job that's an hour away. And as soon as something opens closer to them, they're out of there. And I'm not sure how they ever get any consistency in that department, because it constantly changes over. I don't see it as much in the other departments, but math and science, since I've been involved in that high school, or keeping up with what goes on there, the turnover, I don't understand how you keep any consistency and grow a program when it's never the same team.
Right. I'm about halfway done with task 4. I just got to do my organizational chart, and then I'm done with that. So hopefully I can have everything submitted by next week.
You're ahead of me then.
Yeah, me too.
Well, so
I'm thinking about task 4.
we had ACT testing on Tuesday.
That's right.
So we were in a homeroom, and I have a senior homeroom, so none of my kids showed up. So I was like, hey, good time to start working on the paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Jeff, with you being in high school, I got a question for you. You may know, and you may not. What is your our district has just kind of shifted to this model of physics first. Have you ever heard of that?
No, I haven't.
It's so as an 8th grade teacher, we have to sign our kids' registration cards. If they want to take an honors class, we have to sign in. Typically, they could take Earth Environmental or honors biology.
Right.
And then this year and last year, they've shifted to physics first, which means as a freshman, they take either physical science or honors physics. And
Wow.
I've not been able to find much research. I'm very against it because I just don't see how a freshman can be set up for success by taking honors physics as their first science in high school. But I've been getting a lot of pushback when I ask about it, so I just kind of had to shut up about it. But
well, let me find out. I teach right down the hall. They're on the same hall. The physics teachers they're on my same hall, so I can ask them tomorrow.
I'd be curious what they think about it because the thing about it is they take it with their math class, which makes sense. But so like if you're in honors physics, you're also in your honors math class at the same time. But I hate it because I have a lot of kids who are, advanced students, but I can really see are going to struggle taking physics. But I hate to put them in regular physical science and be in there with a bunch of clowns.
Yeah.
I know we had some conversation last year when they were, the state, I guess, was looking at taking Math 1 out of 8th grade. So that basically so the high schools could have the benefit of the scores of those really good math students is what it came down to. And the concerns that we heard were that, and Jeffrey, that the ones that have taken Math 1 in 8th grade are not the students that you get. But the concern was that they would not be able to complete enough in order to be able to take, I think it was calculus, that they had to have that physical science or one of those prereqs before they got to calculus. And if they had to do 8th grade or Math 1 that first semester, they wouldn't be able to do that. So I wonder if pushing that down is trying to, make sure that they'll be able to take all of the higher level maths that they want to. But I agree. I think that'd be the toughest thing for them to do as a 9th grader.
Yeah, and if you look at any other, I've looked at all the districts around us and just to try to compare it, and even our own website hadn't updated, but everywhere you look, Math 3 is a prerequisite for honors physics. So it's like you've got all these kids.
That's the way it goes. Yeah.
Like, I've got kids who, they're not in Math 1 in 8th grade, but they're smart enough to be in an advanced science class in high school. So it's like they're being shafted honors credit for their science class freshman year because, they're not. It's not appropriate for them to be in physics. But it's hard for me to see how you can go from requiring Math 3 before physics to not requiring anything, math related.
Right. When 8th grade science is, if they've taken the advanced course, it's earth and environmental. It just. I don't know. That's strange.
But there's all kinds of research out there apparently. So.
But then what's crazy now in North Carolina, if you take Algebra 1 in 8th grade, when you get to high school, your Math 3 course is going to be an EOC course, an EOC test. But if you didn't take Algebra 1 in 8th grade, you don't wait till 9th grade, you take the same test, but it doesn't count as EOC.
Really?
Go figure that one.
That does not seem quite fair to anybody.
No. I don't know how they're going to do that. That starts next year, too. That starts next school.
We're going to really take a hit this year with our math scores because of the, Math 1 really carries us. Those Math 1 students when they take the EOG.
8th grade test, yeah.
That carries us. We're
in the same boat.
Pretty big hit.
Yep.
And we only have 65 kids in 8th grade. That's our whole 8th grade class. And 10 of those kids are in Math 1.
Really?
And the rest of the kids were like 98% level 1s and level 2s last year. I mean, it's an incredibly low group overall with few exceptions. And taking those Math 1 kids out of the mix,
hurt.
Yeah, it's going to really hurt.
I'm afraid they're going to do it to my science. They do the same thing with Earth Environmental, and then I don't have those kids for my 8th grade science scores.
Right. We have, a larger group that do Earth and Environmental, and, we'd be down to about half and half, really. And yeah, that would just be devastating.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Okay. Well,
all right.
Have anything else for CAAP 3?
Nope.
See ya.
All right. I'll send a link, and I guess as she put tonight at the round table, we say peer reviews to send in at the end. And
Yep.
Sounds good.
we'll have all of them there.
All right.
All right. Good
All
luck
right.
getting task 4 completed and submitted to
Submitted.
task stream and all that good stuff.
All right.
All right.
All
See
right.
y'all.
Yeah.
Good night, guys.
All right.